Lesson 12. The Crystal Key. If one were told to climb a mountain and find a jewel so rare, if one were to happen upon a fine jewel that made the heart shine with memory, what then? Where does one move from here? To share increases the value of something dear to one's heart. To give of what we have that brings us joy multiplies the joy. So we set about to share. Having found the jewel, having erected it to its fullest potential for sharing, we ponder our next step of learning that we might be more knowledgeable in our sharing. For to teach is all well and good, but to teach with perfection brings a quality to both student and teacher that cannot be excelled. So, let us aspire to learn our jewel well, that we might teach it when the time comes with depth of perception and excellence. We trudge the hill as before. We stand in reverence before all that exists. We sense the birds strongly, the sun, the green of the softly moving leaves. We feel terra firma beneath our feet, and we feel a part of all that has been created. The bird song blends itself into the music of the spheres, and our jewel, our crystal, brings it home to us, brings our ability to tap this song and to share it. Not only is it a thing of beauty to the eye and to the touch, the ear now begins to pick up its song quite clearly, and, relating it to the centers that sing within, we begin to imagine a kinship and an ability to communicate not thought of before. So we stand back 8 or 10 feet or more depending on the size of the crystal, and begin to open the heart center to speak to the crystal. This first communication must be done gently, sensitively, for in the coming together we must match each other's vibrations, keenly aware that here is a powerful force tapped, and we must draw on it only according to our ability to control and handle it wisely. So, we open our heart center and we communicate. What language does this crystal speak? Do we need to define our terms better to communicate with it? What kind of a conversation shall we have? Shall we lead, or shall we allow it to lead? Always lead. Be the guardian and the forerunner, for in the depths are stored many memories. Many strengths may rise from its centers if you lead. However, if you were to allow it to lead, these strengths might fall wasted on the ground, for with your mind you control the power that is within the crystal. It has no mind of its own. It is dependent upon your mind to do correctly what must be done to bring it to its fullness. Do not think of it as mindless, however. Think of it rather as having a mind, and that mind is yours also. For once you have established communication with your crystal, you will not be the same as before. You will be a greater being, and the containments of your mind will include the crystal and all the memories that it stores. So in a sense, it will become your teacher. Now, you might form a secret name for your crystal. Tell it to no one, but form in your heart a calling name with which you can communicate. This name is the right color, the right vibration, the right sound, and it calls to you the crystal consciousness and sets you in a pace equal to its pace, that you might partake of its stored knowledge. Bordering on verbal conversation, this instruction from your jewel will come easily and automatically once you have learned the language. Giving the name will set the pace, so form it wisely. It will feel right once it is right, and you will know. Until this knowing comes, do not set it too firmly. Explore the vibrations and the sounds softly till you know. Then once you know, set the name firmly as you communicate in more depth. This name is your key to unlocking the power of the jewel, and is to be shared with no one. No one. It is yours alone, and you are the master of this extension of your mind. You would no more lend this key than you would give away a portion of your mind into someone else's control, for you are building a relationship with a powerful force that is limitless in scope, powerful to the point of the possible extinction of the species if it were used incorrectly. Yet used correctly, it can bring heaven-sent energy to nourish and instruct this planet into gladness never before seen. The crystal key is in our heart of hearts. We will it forth.